Welcome, chat. Welcome, motherfucking chat, baby. Back it up. Back it up. Welcome. It is Sunday, the 24th of August, between 5 and 7 p.m. For some, it's morning. For some, it's evening. For some, it is indeed afternoon. I hope you're all doing very, 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 very well on this fine day. Thank you for Fresh Bison for starting us out with the first subscription. Today is the big Sunday stream. I had to miss the last one, so it's really good to be back. Sundays are very good days for coverage. They're very good days for hanging out with chat. They're very good days for checking out the latest news and maybe talking about some interesting topics that hit all of us on a daily basis, but that you might not have looked at from a particular class-conscious perspective. How are you guys doing? I'm doing well. The reason I'm dressed weird, okay. The reason I'm straight out of Counter-Strike bad guy aesthetics today is because I went hiking. Hence the big boots, the big booty boots. Okay, the big booty boots, big booty. Oh, wait. Where's boot? There you go. Big booty boots. Big booty boots. Okay, I hiked for 7.5 kilometers. It was very steep. At the end of the hike, there was a lovely restaurant. We ate some beans with sausages and some kachamak. It was very, very nice. It was very nice. I did it with the girlfriend. We almost died the entire way there because, I don't know, it was too hot. And I guess I'm not in the best of shape for a 7.5 fucking kilometer hike. But we did make it in the end. We did make it back. Nobody broke an ankle. Nobody broke a leg. It was nice. You unestaleti noge. Gde su noge, brate? You guys couldn't see my legs because it's camo. Can you see my legs? If you can't, don't be afraid. It's camo. Okay? That's why. It's a really nice camo pattern, by the way. It's very, very good. It's the semi-digitalized one. It's very good. You got this bag, you got this bag, you got the bags here, you got the additional bag underneath, you got the additional bag right here as well. Lots of pockets. I'm a pockets guy now, baby. Ankh is into pockets. High energy, high octane. Welcome in. Welcome in, right? I'm like Casper the Ghost. Only the upper part of my body is levitating left and right. Bucatino. So, that's why physical exercise is so important. I thought that I was going to be dying because obviously the hike took a long time, took a lot of calories out of my body, but I'm not. I'm pretty fresh, pretty excited to hang out with you guys. So, I showered, but you got to do it for the showmanship. I still went back and put on the same clothes that I was wearing for the hike, because I want to share what my day was like with you guys through a visual medium, also known as an outfit. Yes. Fresh and not fit? I am very fit. Can you do a 7.5 kilometer fucking hike? Can you? If you can, you're fit in my fucking book. Okay? You finish off with some push-ups too? I'm not that level. What is in the cup? It's coffee. I'm having some coffee. I need a booster. I'm not fit. I'm just Austrian. The vest is an amazing touch, right? I am what's the word? A respectable member of society. No, it really helps because it's too hot for you to cover your arms, and a vest really helps out with not feeling too cold and for containing the sweat, so you don't get cold from the wind hitting in your back that is semi-wet. Also, vests look fucking awesome, and I am tired of pretending they don't. They are a perfect mixture of practicality and not in your face level of a fashion statement. Lost a bet because of your coffee. What, you thought it was a drink already? Come on, I went on a hike today. It doesn't mean we can't have a few drinks later if the stream's, fun, if Hanging that long will mess you up no matter what you do. The elevation changes alone screw with you. Yeah. was very steep at one point. Are you guys like I'm a stick guy? I always have a stick. I always find like in the beginning of a hike, I find a stick, big stick, and I just use the stick for half the hike as a tool to make sure that I don't die. You know, if you hit that higher income bracket when you're wearing puffy vests, I've always worn puffy vests, and I refuse to give puffy vests to fucking rich people. Same like loafers. Have you tried just how incredibly comfortable loafers are? We're not giving rich people loafers. Loafers are absolutely amazing. You're a stick and not a carrot guy. Absolutely. I need a weapon for walking too. Yeah, like if you are a farm with a gun, a trek would probably feel a lot better. I'm low-key jealous of Americans. You can unironically make a hike 10 times more fun if you just bring an AK with you. Like you're immediately in a movie. You're like, man, I'm a special forces. We are moving through the enemy territory, right? But if you don't have a gun and you're on a hike, you're like, oh, ich bin ein German that is walking on the beautiful hills of Bavaria. I take good care of my children and have a very high pension, right? That's the difference. A hike with a gun, I will destroy many lives today, versus hike without a gun. I am a 55-year-old retired rich German man. Okay. Loafers are amazing. There you go. Loafers are absolutely brilliant. Sticks to defend from bears. Germans hiking with guns is bad precedent. Oh, yeah. No Germans hiking with guns. I am good on that front. Let's start out with why pedo bad and why pedo with large platform also additionally somehow even worse. Thank you, Krusty Pickles. I've been gone, Daddy Hugo, but I am back. Welcome back, Pickles. It is always good to have you here, my friend. Krusty or non-crusty, we love all our pickles. Time, let's fucking go. What's up, James? Well, we rated James yesterday. Everybody give James a dear old follow, a very good friend of the show. Welcome, James. Can you check out the new Hasanabi head leftist YouTuber, Anna Boca? She is pretty new, but she is very good. She is doing a series about neoliberalism. I'm not a subscriber, so I can't link it, but she is very good. I'll put her on the list. I'm hooked, concerned. I used to just spend hours at the coffee house, then head to the bar. Is that similar to Four Loko? I guess. But instead of hours at the coffee house, you just have minutes and you can like consume it together. Like people are gonna buy vodka and put a bunch of Red Bull in it anyway. So I don't know why we're hyper focusing on Four Loko, but maybe the controversy is slightly different. I don't know. Everybody, just before we start, you all good? Nobody died? Oh yeah, if somebody died, they wouldn't be in chat. But then again, with this algo shit, you never know. Let's start out with our favorite attack dog over here. The man, the myth, the legend, the unstoppable force of digital violence against every form of reactionary, the slayer of secretaries of Ramallah, the Bed Empanada.
Destiny has been outed as an offending pedophile. Destiny is an offending child sex criminal. I already made a video called Destiny is a Pedophile, which was clipped from my stream last week. And there's been clips of him for 10 years, literally 10 years just out there of him admitting that he's attracted to kids. So this shouldn't be surprising. The guy's outright said that like he's attracted to 14-year-olds and stuff like that on like a dozen occasions. So
the guy had over 60 gigabytes of pornography that includes children on his hard drive because he was keeping it safe for the police as evidence, because the destroying evidence would also be illegal. Yesterday we joked, hey, Mr. Police Officer, the reason I have 500 kilos of heroin in my house is actually because I was saving it for you, okay? A dealer came, I gave him money for the 500 kilos, and I, of course, was not planning on distributing. I was keeping it for when you guys randomly stumble into my house. That is the type of logic that Destiny is pitching to us as believable, and that unfortunately a lot of his cult followers will end up swallowing.
It's not surprising at all to find that he's not just a pedo, but also an offending pedo who literally received child sexual abuse material from a 17-year-old. Now, I'm not going to share like anything showing that he received this stuff from this 17-year-old or like that she was 17 or whatever, because, you know, that's probably doxing, even if according to YouTube rules it's not doxing. You know, she was 17 at the time. Probably a bad idea to share it on YouTube just to be safe. But some internet losers obsessed with Destiny like managed to identify the person who, this is the person who leaked to the public the revenge porn that Destiny had sent to her without the consent of a number of people, including Nick Fuentes. And Destiny shared that with her because like he was like sexually interested in her, and they were like sexting, and she was sending him like images of herself, and she was 17 and Destiny knew that. So Destiny not only shared revenge porn with a minor, but he received child sexual abuse material from a minor. And he also likely sent sexual material of himself to a minor. So it's like an endless...
Like, at what point does the police need to get involved? Unironically, like, why is this person not arrested? I genuinely don't understand. Like, there's enough evidence for a prosecution. Why don't we have, ladies and gentlemen, we got him playlists already? I'm truly confused. What are the cops doing?
This array of charges. He also tried to solicit this minor for sex and attempted to traffic her across state lines for sex, which has to be a crime as well. So yeah, I'm not going to share the evidence of this, but I'm sure plenty of drama slop-tubers have already done so. And yeah, though this is the least surprising thing ever. And if Destiny somehow manages to get out of this one unscathed after everything that he has done, then that would be the biggest indication that cancel culture isn't a thing in history. Like, he was on CNN. He was on CNN a couple of weeks ago. How Democratic streamers like Destiny are taking on MAGA and Charlie Kirk. He was on CNN. They had him on CNN.
And literally one day later, that's like the greatest fucking story of... the rise and fall of the Phoenix or some shit. Motherfucker was probably fucking feverishly masturbating to child porn on a massive high from being featured on CNN. And then womp, 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 everybody realized that he is truly into child porn in this form of another. I refuse to call it CSAM or whatever. Like, there is a child in a pornographic setting that is called child porn. You do not need to contextualize that more. And also, like, saying CSAM is far too complicated for me. I am a stupid guy from the Balkans, okay? You're either pedophile man, which makes you prone to stop existing, or you are not, okay? Greater men than Destiny involved in scandals of this scale have jumped off of balconies. I do not think you should. That would be very bad. Suicide is very bad. All I'm saying is that a lot of dudes for far smaller scandals had done so and were, you know, at hardcore fear of being put in jail. But for some reason, cops are just sleeping on B-list celebrity pedophiles now. I don't know. They have, I don't know, some black dude with 0.5 gram of weed somewhere to shoot in the back of the head or something. No one has bothered to put enough pressure on law enforcement. They're not there to do anything but be an occupying force. Mike said that we need to report him in an organized way. Yeah, especially Americans. Like I don't know what state he's in, but somebody needs to send this to whatever local, like, the evidence needs to be sent to whatever local police force there is over there. I think the idea behind CSAM is that the term pornography implies that it's meant for consumption. Oh, Jesus Christ. I mean, when I put child in front of pornography, I think it's pretty self-explanatory that it is not for consumption. The cops are probably enjoying the materials with him. Would you really put it above a cop to be a pedo? Of course not. Nowadays in the States, they don't even care to appear like a justice system. They don't care about actual criminals. And he is in Florida. Oh my God, he's in Florida. Jesus Christ. Yeah, wasn't he a Gusano? Yeah. He's a Gusano pedo sex criminal. Don't forget horrible father. Florida is the Romania of America, so it makes sense to me. Why did Romania get a random, like, what the fuck? Romania for no reason getting shot out here. What the fuck, James? Romania being like, whoa, what the hell? Romania catching strays 24/7. Poor Romanians like wanted to be known for great Romanian cuisine, a beautiful 1,000-year-old history, and just being very, very chill dudes that haven't gone to wars recently. Meanwhile, like 90% of Westerners, the second they hear Romania, they just think about Andrew Tate. Like that's literally the first thing that comes to mind. Like, they did nothing wrong. That guy just appeared in their country and then started streaming from it. You know, everything anybody that's, like, terminally online knows about Romania is just Andrew Tate. How fucking sucky is that? And they tried to clean themselves off of it. They literally arrested the motherfucker. They literally arrested the guy. Florida, you mean the state that wants death penalty for pedophiles because they think all pedophiles are gay and trans? Yeah, maybe some people somebody should say that, like, utilize, this is, what I'm about to say is fucked up, and I don't actually believe it, but it was already at the top of my tongue, so I'm going to say that when they report, because it's Florida, when they report Destiny for pedophilia, they should write that he's bisexual in there. The cops are even, like, the cops reading a report on somebody who is pedophile. Cops reading a report on somebody who identifies as LGBTQ+, but is also a pedophile. Brother, he does nothing of what? You mean he's gay, brother? Oh my God, this pedophile motherfucker. Let's go to his house right now, brother. So yeah, let's, first, shitbag left, utilizing homophobia against actual reactionaries. Lord. Yeah, the Tates should be connected to the UK, not Romania. To do anything, the Tates should be related to the Tates. We shouldn't generalize whole countries except America. Because, I don't know. Thought you were going to say something so much worse. What did you think I was going to say?
When it was already known that he was a pedo, and it's been very well known that the person who he sent the revenge porn to and received porn from was very likely a minor. Incredible stuff. Amazing stuff. And Destiny was defended throughout this by all the worst orbiter losers in the world. Like
Thank you, Robo. I added it to the playlist, my friend.
Klein, the Willie Mack Show, Nicholas Diorio, like, you know, a laundry list of sloptubers who the fact that they have any audience at all is a great indictment on the society that we all live in. And they are absolutely all close-in ranks here. They are like all trying to distance themselves from Destiny and save their own skin.
Imagine how much you need to fuck up in order to have people whose entire personality is almost exclusively the grift to start abandoning ship. Guys who do not believe in ethics, guys who believe in content for the sake of content. The feeders of the great black hole of the soul, which is the internet's reproduction of slop for the sake of slop, brothers. Right? Those types of guys look at someone and are like, holy fucking shit, this is problematic. Sloptubers being like, holy shit, this is problematic, we need to jump ship. I mean, you literally have to be caught with your pants down with a child as your son is taking a photo of it and posting it online next to his other videos of Heil Hitler. Oh, God. Oh, and you also have to use your wife's butt plug. Jebote kurat. Oh, my God. Oh, my God.
After having spent years and years
Subscribe so that we can save money and buy Milena or Melina, whatever her name was, a new butt plug, okay? 10% of all subscriptions are going for a non-pedo butt plug, a cleaned butt plug.
and years orbiting him and doing everything they possibly can to apologize for and normalize his sex crimery. Like the Willie Mack show here, who reported Destiny to the police, according to this video that he posted yesterday, and it got a blistering 57,000 views because this guy does not get a single view without Hassan Piker in the thumbnail and title. Aha! A video literally called I reported Destiny to the police, and it gets no views. Fucking loser. He is fucking jumping ship. If you lose Willie Mack show, you've lost the war. It's over. He's your guy, and now he's gone.
I unironically am very proud of myself that I had no idea who Willie Mack show is up until this fine moment.
It's done. Oh my god, wait. Willie Mack show fucking actually doxed the girl who was 17 at the time. He actually like just shared the docs fully. Like, I don't know, that's crazy. I know that this happened because I'm looking at the thumbnail. I'm gonna black this out in my VOD of this, but he plays the way they doxed her is she went on local news, as you can see there. If you're watching this on the stream, you'll be able to see it. If you're watching the VOD, I'm gonna be blacking it out. Okay, so she went on local news once, and someone found that local news clip and matched it to like moles that she had like on her face and figured out that was her. And then they because she was named in the local news clip, and they found her name in like a traffic citation which had a date of birth on it. So yeah, that's how this was found. And Willie Mack show, whose previous video was trying to claim that I doxed him by posting his real name, just straight up doxes this person now. He just doxed her in his video. He posted her date of birth, her like face, her name. He just posted it. Willie Mack show is the type of guy who would quote tweet child porn to denounce child porn. He's just that stupid.
Hassan and his criminal friend dox and try to ruin my wedding. Okay, so this is the type of content we're talking about here. Very interesting little fella. He's a little fella, isn't he?
I don't even think he did this maliciously. I think he's just really fucking that stupid that he didn't even realize what he was doing here.
Like, we don't need the AI generated content. We have something much worse. Troglodyte generated content, okay? There are humans that create content that is more difficult to interpret as made by human than anything that so-called AI can ever think of creating, okay? Sloptubers for the sake of Sloptube like this genuinely like just completely remove the idea that you need auto-generated content, because we have proven to ourselves that an organic mass that calls themselves Homo sapien can do the same job with less pollution emission, I guess.
By like posting that news clip and like her date of birth and stuff from the
He's gonna have such an easy time to transition into the so-called AI slop era, because you're not going to be able to notice any difference between the shit he wrote himself versus the shit that the AI makes for himself.
Traffic citation. He doxed this person 1,000,000 times worse than I supposedly doxed him, according to him. But just want to note, just to say it here, that Willie Mack show twice tried to report my video on him that said his real name in it to YouTube for revealing private information.
Better Panada Live has 1,000 videos. Oh my fucking god.
And
it's actually kind of insane. And Panad, that's kind of crazy, bro.
And because Ethan Klein changed the terms of what that means on YouTube, it was denied. He filed.
True, maybe the quality will improve if the AI does some checking. I agree. Destiny said something that when he went to Israel, he was offered a woman but denied, and Willie Mack got married to her, implying Willie Mack is officially affiliated with Israel, but Destiny is a liar, so who knows if there's any truth to this. Yes, and the entire story of Destiny actually going to Israel, and then Israeli officials hitting him up and being like, "Hey, we can give you like a woman." Yo, nerd ass, you wanna state mandated Fräulein? We can give you one of those as long as you post in our name, okay? State mandated wives from Israel for pedophiles. Israel was promised to pedophiles 5,000 years ago. Oh, Lord. But no, I genuinely think that is absolutely insane. I'm not even sure if that happened. I can imagine paychecks. I can imagine contracts, stuff like that. But Israelis literally coming up to Destiny and be like, "You want a woman?" is fucking insane. But then again, I wouldn't put it past a country whose military has semen extraction detachments. Oh,
Well, 2 privacy complaints, and as you can see, the video is still up. So, yeah, it's not doxing, according to YouTube itself. This is the environment that was created on YouTube by our friend Ethan Klein. Now it's just, there's no more doxing anymore. You can just post people's real names whenever you want, and it's not doxing. But, you know, that's a side thing. You know, Willie Mac Show is an endless source of laughs. He's going to have to get back to making Hassan videos soon, or he's never going to get another view. But one positive thing that could come out of this, aside from this ending Destiny's career, is that now that she's been identified, Rose could be subpoenaed to testify in Pixie's lawsuit against Destiny. That would be potentially useful, and I would imagine that Pixie's lawyers are already looking into this. Pixie is one of the people who Destiny leaked revenge porn of, by the way. And given that the Rose person was the one who, or maybe it was her. I don't know if it was her or someone who like was in control of her accounts, but someone linked to her leaked the Destiny revenge porn, which Pixie was a part of, and that's why she's suing him. So Destiny, if he was a victim of this, as he likes to claim, he would have tried to do something to Rose.
My Patreon on the program and the new show you guys did is awesome. I love the work you guys do. Thank you very much for the support, my friend. Thank you to everybody who's a patron over in the program or a subscriber over here.
But he could not, because he knows.
Thankfully, obviously, the program is exceptionally self-sustaining. We just got to work on some sustainability with this show, but we'll get there. We'll get there. I'm confident.
Knows that if he did, it would be revealed that she was a...
We got some really good oilers, if you know what I mean. Some really strong oilers.
Minor at the time, and he'd be in deep shit, so he never did. So, you know, people found out that she was a minor anyway. And Willie Mac Show, in that video that we just went over, said that Destiny told him that he's still holding on to files that he received from Rose in which she is under the age of 18. So Willie Mac Show says that he reported Destiny to the police for possession of child porn, which I hope he actually did, but I mean, he's Willie Mac Show. He's Willie Mac Show, you know. I don't believe that he would ever do something like that, though. You know, if you want to report Destiny to the police or the FBI, I suggest you do so. There's more than ample evidence to warrant, like a search warrant, search those hard drives, because he's outright admitted that he's got child sexual abuse material on him. And of course, all of this.
Do you think Ethan Klein has a direct connection to the Israeli State Department? Like, is he guided in any way by anything other than his own fragile ego? Every single large content creator, I'm talking very large, I'm talking the size of, even smaller size than H3, who creates very aggressive pro-Israeli content, has at some point 100% been contacted by Israel directly or an Israel adjacent agency, with them probably offering them material help for the continuous production of this basically Hasbara for free projects that they've started, right? The biggest agitator for liberal Zionism on the planet, for example, is H3. I cannot see a universe in which they don't hit him up. I don't see a universe in which they don't. So yes, what I cannot answer though is whether any of these people actually signed contracts, if any of these people got state-mandated wives out of it. Or anything of that sort, but that's pretty much it. Remember when it came out that the Epstein orbiter Hutch got paid $2,000 for pro-Israel propaganda, I think by Destiny? Yeah. I mean, how isn't Gila, a state-mandated wife? Because state-mandated wives usually look good. No, I am not better than that. No, I am not better than that.
This has resulted in a massive break between Ethan Klein's community and Destiny. And, like, Ethan Klein's own subreddit is turning against him because Ethan Klein posted saying that, like, Destiny is bad for child porn. And, Destiny, who is a pedophile, has been posting some really funny stuff about this. Like, he made a tweet where he said that he's glad that Ethan Klein was sent skulls and CPS. But what about skulls and CPS? You and here deserve all the CPS calls for the dog shit eating claims and everything else. You deserve zero sympathy from anyone else on the internet where you're so quick to turn around and rely on the same snark shit. I love how they're like trying to turn this term snark into like a slur. It's not gonna work. Like, people talking shit about rich celebrities is never going to be turned into like some sort of moral panic like you want it to be. You're a rich celebrity. Get over yourself, you fucking bitch. Jesus. So my working theory here, during this messy Destiny Ethan Klein breakup, is that Destiny sent the skulls and did CPS. Destiny sent the skulls and did CPS. I think Ethan Klein should take that angle here. He should stop blaming Destiny for skulls and CPS like he has of everyone else. Destiny did the skulls and the CPS. That's my take on how Ethan should approach this. He's done it with everyone else. Denims did the skulls and CPS. Hassan did CPS and skulls. Bad Empanada, CPS and skulls. You know, Frogan, oh, you fucking bet CPS and skulls. Everyone did CPS and skulls. Why not Destiny too? It's funny too because Ethan's show is sponsored by Dan Salzman, notorious Destiny adjacent loser who runs a podcast with Destiny, who openly said before that he would like try to ruin the lives of anyone who attacked Destiny for the revenge porn and child porn stuff. Even Dan Saltman is jumping ship now. But Dan Saltman knew about all of this. Daniel Saltman, he knew about all of this. He knew she was 17. He's just leaving now that others know too, and things are going to get too hot for him. But without Destiny, Saltman has nothing. So what I suspect he's going to be trying to do here, he's going to try to get in. He's going to try to like make Ethan Klein the Destiny. Because Daniel Saltman, he's not anyone, doesn't have like a platform of his own. He needs someone to latch on to. So he's going to try to latch on to Ethan. He's going to try to like become like an Ethan Klein collaborator when he was previously mostly a Destiny collaborator. And Ethan's going to jump at it 100% because aside from all of his present performance...
I agree completely, but I'm not sure if Ethan's going to jump on it. Like, Ethan is a fucking petty, self-righteous demon, but he's not exactly stupid. And this dude is already has the Destiny juices, the Destiny scent on him. So continuing to collaborate with him would imply direct connection to a known pedophile, which nobody really wants to do. But then again, never underestimate Ethan Klein's ability to self-sabotage his career. I mean, he's kind of the king of it. I don't know, man, seems pretty stupid to let your child eat poop. They're just bad, not stupid. He's dumb, though. Look at his data. His viewership is cratering, so he's desperate. Dan Saltman is the biggest sponsor, so he doesn't have too much of a choice. Yeah, they throw enough money at him.
Denouncement of Destiny as a pedo and stuff. He needs money. Ethan Klein's podcast is absolutely fucking failing. Like, the H3 podcast has been failing in free fall for a long ass fucking time now, but it's at the worst point it's ever been in because, you know, there's nothing to the show.
Remember, as the H3H3 podcast falls, your Gopnik Twitch can rise. So not because you support me, but because you want to see number go up for your Gopnik and number go down for H3H3, I am giving you basically the shill argument to subscribe for $6 a month, free through Prime, or by gifting to chatters less privileged than you that can finally elevate themselves from the lumpen proletariat, no subscription having motherfuckers into a true, proud child soldier. Thank you very much for even contributing, for even considering contributing. Me being, at one point, bigger than Ethan Klein himself. Because it would be funny. That's why.
Oh, no one wants to watch that shit. There's nothing to... Why would you want to watch the H3 podcast? What the fuck do they talk about? What do they do on there? All it is just Ethan Klein complaining about people...
The only H3 podcast I listen to is Hassan Piker, Hassan Minaj, and Mehdi Hassan. Yeah, that was such a funny post by Mike. That was a fucking hilarious post by Mike. Can somebody link it? It was really, really funny. Meow to Yugo and chat. Haven't been able to watch stream a lot lately because life keeps getting in the way. And it's all just really difficult. I'm still in Sweden, and I will be for a long time.
Soldier. Subscriber.
Well, for my appointments. Well, good luck, my friend. And it's always a pleasure when we see you stop back in. I hope everything works out right. And thank you for the subscription. Daddy, am I elevator yet? You're always elevator. Oh my God, Celticness. Very good friend of the show. Welcome in, Raiders. Thank you very much, Celtic, for the raid. Let's fucking go, Celtics. Motherfuckers. Thank you very, very, very much. You motherfuckers built Belgrade. Everybody go give Celticness a follow right now. Welcome in, Raiders. Just to repeat myself, Oilers, this is your moment to shine. Make our new listeners feel nice and motherfucking welcome. Celtic, I hope you had a good raid, my friend. Feel free to hang out and dig deep in all of the conversations that we're going to have today that are outlined in the name of the stream. For those of you who don't know me, I'm a guy with a mask from the Balkans that likes to talk materialist philosophy in general, cover politics, and rant about the impending death of the American empire. If that sounds like a good time to you. Oh, yeah, and sometimes we get fucked up.
Crazy hamburger! Crazy hamburger!
Mobius, motherfucking legend. Thank you very much for starting us out today towards our beautiful daily goal. Thank you very, very, very much, Mobius, for the 10 gift toys. Thank you for making our beautiful chatters feel welcome. Now let's continue looking at the Left's Attack Dog, talk about the anti-left pedo guy. Because as we like to say here on the show, if you have enemies, give it a few years, and it's going to turn out they're all pedophiles.
Criticizing him online. Why would anyone watch that? So they don't. And you can see the recent podcast views have crashed. They used to get like 1 million plus views per episode. Now they get, the last one has only 200.
But for real, if you like my stuff, you will really like Celtics' stuff. Please give a follow.
21,000. That's like a historic low. They are just free falling, and they've started uploading like these Ethan Klein's little slop drama review videos, which aren't even getting views either. Like nowhere near enough to sustain the operation that they have, which is like 15-ish or 10 plus at least employees running a podcast. Like 200,000.
That is so crazy. 15 people on a pod is either like complete financial. What's the fucking word? Financial ignorance or ultra laziness, where you just, you need a bunch of people to basically create the content for you, so you're a talking head that basically covers the shit. Like at that point, you're just a fucking manager. You're not really running your own show.
1,000 views is enough to like run a channel.
Financial illiteracy is the word I was looking for. I apologize.
Run by like 1 or 2 people. Okay, it's not enough to run a channel run by 10 plus people. They are hemorrhaging money now, and they're about to lose.
Imagine if they do actually count Gila as an employee, and that's why they spend, what was it, like 250,000, like, what did they say, 1.5 million a year? I don't remember. But imagine if like $750,000 of that is just them paying out Gila so they can avoid taxes. That would be fucking hilarious. Let me be the sound engineer for the podcast, please. H3 podcast. No crash outs, no bullshit. It's so funny. That is so fucking funny. That would be the funniest fucking thing. And I can't believe they found one photo of him not in formal clothes, because it's gotta be podcast coded. That is fucking legitimate. We're on the same page a lot today, yeah, aren't we? She's the most precious employee. Think it worked because the whole podcast is an advertising for the clothing brand? Yeah, it works off of each other. It's a classic spider system. They have so many costs, like Teddy Fresh and the actual villa they live in. Do you think they classify the villa as an office space? No, they waste a shit ton of money on an actual office space in LA, which probably costs an absurd amount of money. Something they absolutely do not have to do. Will should Stanley go to jail, do you think? In a normal world, he would be. But we're talking about Florida here, okay? He's a rich white dude, very popular online in Florida. The only thing that could get him in jail is utilizing Floridian homophobia. So they should tell the cops that he is bisexual. And they will arrest him because he's bisexual and not because he's a pedophile. Tell them that he's a goddamn liberal fucking homosexual pedophile. And they're going to fucking scoop that up immediately. Just don't mention that he's a genocide-denying right-winger in quote-unquote disguise, pitching for American supremacy, anti-communist fucking piece of shit. Is crime even illegal in Florida? It is a question that many Floridians have asked themselves for many of eon. The same way I always ask myself, why would you watch an ad like the one playing in 2 minutes when you can indeed subscribe?
Lose more of their audience because the Destiny fans, who have been the only real reason why they have
Teddy Fresh is the biggest loser in this entire scenario. Can we check out the numbers on the Teddy Fresh TikTok? Please send me a link.
been like staying even slightly afloat are gonna go now.
You've been to Florida? You know what's insane? Yes. You know what's insane? Yes, I have been to Florida. I've been to Miami.
From the Three Hassans show.
Mehdi, I'm not ready to embrace Marxism yet. Piker, historical materialism is the only way to get massive gains. Minaj, bazinga.
Absolutely. Dude, I can see it. 100%. Abso-fucking-lutely. Abso-fucking-lutely. I like that. Thank you for the bits. That was actually very good. But yeah, I've actually been to Florida. I've been to Miami. It is my least favorite city on planet Earth. I have been, no joke, I think I've been to over 40 countries. Maybe even more. I have a list somewhere. I should check it out. I'm a well-traveled young unk, okay? And I couldn't wait to leave Miami. And keep in mind, I didn't feel Miami's cost because I was sent there by the company I was working for, to the headquarters of the company. Everything was taken care of. Fucking parties, big fucking 5-star hotels, the whole fucking spiel. It just didn't fucking work. It felt empty. That's the word. It felt empty. The only neighborhoods that I found interesting were like neighborhoods that all of my quote-unquote Miami white colleagues told me not to go to because there's a lot of them ethnics there. Of course, they didn't say it that way, but it was implied. Yeah. And I was baffled by the fact that, like, I don't know, we would go to bars and they would close at 1. And I'm like, dude, I was raised on the idea that Miami is like the party capital of the planet. You were living that diaspora life. No, I was being sent by a corporation I worked for. I still live in the Balkans, which would make me like diaspora light because I am an immigrant, but from one Balkan country to another. So it's kind of like, I don't know, exchanging a BMW for a Mercedes. It's not a big difference. You can see the exact video where they started to pay to get the vids forced on people. You think they use ads? They probably use ads. Okay, so we got the 40Kers, 140, 300, 1.3 million. Oh my God, you can see it. Oh my God, you actually can see it. That is so bad. But yeah, Miami sucks. Respectfully, Miami sucks. And I'm a degenerate party guy. Miami is not good. Dude, 12K, 15K, 8K, 6K, shit like that. See in the backlog. And they realized, okay, like TikTok was like a side thing that they were doing to, boost sales a little bit, etc., etc. But it stopped being a side thing when they started hemorrhaging like fucking crazy because of their Zionist spin. So you can literally see how it goes very organically, right, chat? Very, very organically from the 7Ks and 10K views into, here we go, 23, 33, 63, 70, 65, 100, 140, 215, 300, 360, 1.3 million, 200, right? Like, come on. Which doesn't even, oh my God, only 1.6 thousand likes on a 1.3 million video. Yeah, that's normal. That is very normal. That is what an ad looks like, okay? That is an ad. And keep in mind, it's not just ads that they're probably using. They're just spending more money on influencers. These are all different types of influencers that have a following that they probably paid a shit ton of money, more money than they would have to before, because now the brand is covered in controversy, okay? One could say that it has been glazed in Zionism. Classic brand death spiral, right? You have the start where you're edgy, different. The edgy and different people buy your shit. Then you have the peak. You enter the mainstream. People know about you, etc., etc. They want to fit in. That's when you make the big money. And then slowly your brand starts dying off, and you have to really change it up. Usually you invite a new designer, blah, blah, blah. You do a complete reset, and that's how you keep your fashion brand on point. At least that's what they taught me in fucking university. The only way you fail is if you don't do that spinning, the constant rebranding of your fashion brand every 1 to 4 years, is when you're involved in a massive controversy like this that completely fucks up the brand. So you can't really bring it back to life even if you change the main designer. And this, we're talking about very serious, large fashion houses, right? We're talking, I don't know, Abercrombie, who, like, to an extent saves themselves from that whole controversy of, their previous main designer and pretty much president of the company being just a complete piece of shit to people that were a bit chubbier and then involved in even some sexual controversies. But they managed to get out of it because of their size. By changing up designers. This will not work for Teddy Fresh. It's not big enough to do this. To be honest, the designs messed up the brand, but the controversy really brought it to light, maybe. If you're a Zionist enough to willingly buy and wear Teddy Fresh, you might as well just put on the IOF uniform. But you're like a cutesy bear IOF, okay? It's like everything that the Zionists kind of pitch. What if we just paint our blood-soaked boots in rainbow pro-vegan colors?
And he's going to lose like probably 5,000 live viewers because of that. And he's going to have to lay off his paid friends. And then who will he have? Only Daniel Saltman. That's all there is to it.
It's going to be so funny when he has to fire his rent-a-friends. They're all slowly going to start turning on him. Want to bet? Betting. There you go. Shaking hands, chat. The second his rent-a-friends are no longer renta, they're not going to be friends, okay? Because all of them at this point will want to create channels of their own and become content grinders of their own. They already do it, but they'll have to increase that because they cannot rely on the constant paycheck coming in from H3. So some of the first videos that will help them really pop off are videos like, I was working for H3 for 3 years. This is why it all went wrong. Stuff like that. oh my God, that shit's going to be churning like a motherfucker in the first couple of months. That shit's going to be coming out like, let me tell you the truth about H3H3. And the picture is just, the big face of one of the Rent-A-Friends, and then Gila and Ethan in the background. That stuff is going to be murdering the algorithm, dude. And that's what they're going to think is going to make them, pop off as independent people, because all of them are going to try and cannibalize as much as possible from the already existing H3H3 base, and more importantly, from everybody that has abandoned the already existing H3 base. Just please, you guys, please do not go and listen to or subscribe to fucking ex-H3H3 people, okay? The fact that they've been there for so long directly shows that they endorse these liberal Zionist hot takes. This is not something that should at any point be put under the rug. Okay, they can stop being Zionists, and we should be like, that is good, bravo, but it does not mean you get to have a platform, with all due respect, right? So don't be, because I know you're fucking soft and nice, and you're like, oh my God, but come on. Nah, man. They're complicit as shit. Fuck them all.
Like, what? My best friend and collaborator...
Don't subscribe to them, subscribe to me.
Destiny turned out to be a pedophile? Oh man, I gotta jump ship on this. Never mind the video of him himself sexually harassing a 17.
There you go. Since Left Not knows how to do it. Will be funny when AB has to sell his Rolex collection to keep paying his rent after he sold his soul to this generation of fascism. You're going over to the local used watch shop, and you're crying, and the guy's buying off your Rolexes at 1/10 of the price, but they're always really interested. They're like, dude, you have the certificates and everything. What happened? Why are you falling out? And he's like, I was a part of a podcast that used to talk about topics that people watched while they were taking a shit on the toilet. But then he decided that he has enough knowledge to talk about political topics, and it all went down from there. You stuck with him the whole time? Yeah, because he was paying for my Rolexes. And I saved none of my money. I just bought more and more Rolexes.
Year-old. I mean, him and Destiny are kindred fucking spirits, dude. Both of them have sexually harassed 17-year-olds. I don't know why.
Check out the Robo link. I love Robo links. Robo links work. What's this? Is this a Pegla? What the fuck? I'm already logged. Oh no, this is Instagram. What the fuck am I logged off of Instagram? Oh, this is a Peglica, bro. We call these irons. I don't know why.
The MIF, the communist Ferrari, Fiat 126P, or as we call it, the Maluch, meaning the little one, but with attitude.
We just call it the iron.
And look
like the iron that you use for ironing.
At this sexy aftermarket wheel. This Maluch's not just ready for grocery store runs. It was born ready for everything. Inside, custom seats, so comfy. You'll forget you're driving a shoebox with lawnmower engine. Or no engine at all, actually. Yes, this one is missing the engine. But who needs horsepower when you've got poor polish? Willpower. Push it with friends. That's community power, Cobra. This car wasn't just transport. It was freedom. In Poland, Hungary, Czechoslovakia, it was the ticket to the Baltic Sea. Your grandma's cabbage farm. Or smuggling jeans from the West. Can fit a family of 6, a goat, and 2 sacks of potato. Officially rated for 4, but who's counting? Maluch, it's more than a car. It's a lifestyle. It's a legend.
Yeah, these were everywhere in Yugoslavia. These were absolutely everywhere. But nothing beats a Fiat, okay? You want a tiny Fiat from that era, massively used in the socialist, some of the socialist experiments. It's Fiat. But how do I even write? Wait, Fiat, yeah, Fiat. Wait, there's probably complete Fiat. That's the Fiat 500. Oh my God, the Fiat 500. Čekaj da vam nađem nešto. Fiat 500 and the Greek affair. No. can't find it, but wait, maybe if I write Yugoslavia Fiat, it's gonna work. These were basically the different ones. I had a 6'5" music teacher in high school that still drove a Fiat.
Nema DPF, nema EGL, nema SC Radlu system, nema piezoelektrične dizne, nema regulacije.
He was 6'5", so he took out the front seats of the Fiat 500 and he drove it by sitting in the back seats of it. That guy was an absolute fucking legend. But yeah, this is the Fiat. But I want to show you like the Fiat 500 racing. It was so fucking good. They would pimp the living shit out of it and they would do street racing. And there's a very particular movie. Oh yeah, there was even a Militia version of it. There was even a copper version of it. But he doesn't show that one. It's just in the thumbnail. That is cheating. But yeah, this is what it looked like. Fiat 500s. And then you have the classic Yugo. That's the classic Yugo. Growing up in Poland, we had a red 1984 Fiat 126 power P, and I'm looking for one to import into the US. Do it. It's going to be so cool to just even keep in your driveway in the States, freak out all the neighbors. I know a lot of Balkan people that go to the States and become very rich. Like they have their BMWs outside, but then they always have a Fiat. They always have like a Zastava car. An old school Yugoslav, car, but it's always parked in front of all of the fancy cars because they're like, we remember true independence, da. Fiat Labubu, yeah, they kind of look like Labubus, don't they? Just wish there was that fucking. The show popped up because I think you guys would like to see it. Wait, I can't remember what it was called for the life of me. Any Yugoslavs in chat, bro? Any Balkan people in chat? That movie where the main character was this fuck boy who was also a racer guy, and he drove the Fiat everywhere. Help me out. Fice in Italian means pussy. I mean, Fice could get you some Fice.
Ethan's acting like this is super out of line with anything that he's done before. Ethan's entire fucking staff is all former fans who were groomed when they were teenagers to be obsessed with him. And now he sexually harasses one of them, AB's mother. Every single time she's on the show, he sexually harasses her. Isn't that wonderful? For him to morally grandstand over pedo stuff or sex stuff ever, the guy's a fucking sex pest. Obsessed with sex pest bullshit. What a fucking joke. He's the creepiest fucker ever. Just his idea of sense of having humor is creepy sex jokes always, often about children. This is just such a great. I'm
not sure who he's talking about, but if you're talking about Destiny, this is the biggest red flag individual on planet Earth when it comes to manipulating your audience into this or that type of sex favor, dude. His main motivation is to feel exceptionally powerful because he has a whole cult following that he extracts sexual favors out of the same way a cult would. That's why everybody calls it a cult, because it has all the staples of a cult.
Example of do nothing win. I haven't even talked about fucking Ethan Klein for 2 months at this point, something like that on my second channel. I'm
I'm glad I got rated into here. See, I followed by recommendation, but the only things I've ever seen of you were more unhinged clip moments. Really, the clips fuck me? I guess they do. That didn't interest me at all. You're a vibe, really, though. You're very welcome to the community. I think what makes my streams very good is the community itself, not that much me. I am little stupid man. I am little stupid man that says things. But yeah.
Holding it
Hope you enjoy it.
right now, just for this one occasion, only because it's relevant to Destiny. Do nothing win. People just started ignoring them and they're imploding in on themselves. And Destiny is he's probably going to try to keep what he already has, or at least try to mitigate the fault a little bit, because I seriously doubt he's going to get banned for this. Unless, like, he literally gets arrested, which honestly I doubt. He's much more likely to get recruited to the Trump admin for this than to get arrested. He would have to, like, actually get arrested for YouTube or Discord or Kick or any other platform that he uses to actually take action. So I seriously doubt his career is going to be over, but he's probably going to lose a lot.
Which is so insane. This is supposed to land him in a courtroom yesterday. And yet it's probably not even going to get him deplatformed. Absolutely crazy.
A lot of viewers over this, but he'll probably have to downsize, but he'll probably still have enough viewers because there's enough people who are pedos or who don't care about pedos.
Doesn't Dr. Disrespect like stream on Kick and still have like a very healthy audience? Like the whole cancellation thing literally has always been a myth. I mean, you abandon your kid, shove your wife's dildo up your ass, protect the genocide, talk to minors online sexually, exchange child pornographic material. Did I mention that he walked around for a couple of days with his wife's butt plug up his ass? Right? You do all of these things and you still have an audience. Therefore, cancellation, like, he is proof that cancellation is truly not a thing, and that usually platforms ban and remove left adjacent figures from their roster because they know that with them there's not a lot of money to be made.
To keep following him, especially among liberals and the right wingers who are his audience. And the H3 podcast.
Hey chat, reminder to clip good stuff sometimes so you guys are only shown as the unhingiest of streamers. Yeah, that's not a bad idea. That's not a bad idea at all.
Podcast is just in free fall, honestly, because they have two.
In a normal country, it would be literally this. In a normal country, the second any of these allegations came out, this would happen.
Ladies and gentlemen, we got him.
Okay, the first justified stream SWAT. That's what would happen. But no, he lives in the country of Florida. And in the country of Florida, pedophile arrest you. You see what I did there? I did an old Russia joke, but with Florida.
Too much crude for this to be sustainable for them. I would give it like a year maybe before the H3 podcast is just gone. On the flip side of things, all of these guys' enemies are winning.
Yeah, Florida is a crazy country, man.
And winning for good reasons as well, because they fucking have better politics, basically. Most of the people who are like on the other side of this drama don't actually have great politics. They're like libs who are like, oh, free Palestine, two-state solution. But, you know, it's still better than Ethan Klein. Like, everyone on the other side of this has been growing and thriving just by virtue of the fact that they don't defend genocide week in, week out. Like, my viewership has, like, tripled, quadrupled in the last year since I started talking about Ethan Klein shit. Hassan is like, I believe he's like
the eternal rent payer.
Two-man show, or maybe a three-man show if you count like his agent, and he is like doubling the views of Ethan Klein now, probably with like a tenth of the overall like operating costs. And it's fucking sad and pathetic. Like, all that Ethan Klein has done with his Zionism-focused content turn is please his wife slightly. And I mean, if you want to blow up everything for your IDF-assigned wife, Ethan, it's fine by me, go ahead. But yeah, that's just going to be some fallout of the Destiny pedophilia stuff here, is Ethan's platform is gone. It was already like slow burning to irrelevance, but it's going to be just totally fucked soon. So Destiny is a pedophile, confirmed, offending pedophile, received child sexual abuse material from a 17-year-old.
This is all 100% correct. I mean, at this point, you don't even need to say allegedly. Nobody needs to say allegedly. Do we have videos on how Destiny is even responding to this at this point? Because
sent her porn, you know, all the other stuff that I said, tried to traffic her for sex. If he gets investigated for this, he is going to jail. I am hoping here that Destiny will try to, like, take others down with him. by releasing like his DMs with Ethan, with Dan Saltman, with Willie Mack, show all these people to the public. We'll be eating good if that happens. But yeah, Destiny is a pedo. I already made a video saying that, but now I can say that he's an offending pedo, child sex offender.
Preach. Thank you very much, Bet Empanada, for your coverage. I mean, there's nothing that can really add to this entire conversation. Law enforcement needs to look over the evidence and then properly judge him, not on the marketplace of ideas, but a motherfucking courtroom. I just really, really want to see the faces of a jury when they're explained what Destiny did and why he had access to so many fucking kids. It's crazy. Destiny, the one-man Roblox predator. He posting a thing that said something like, Ethan, your dad is also a pedophile also. Oh, God. Willie Mack said he leaked DMs. Doubt he is incriminated. Imagine if he goes down releasing evidence against his accomplices. That would be fucking hilarious. Went out to touch grass on a 3-mile hike through an old fort. That's nice. I basically did the same this morning. Just the 7.5 or something kilometers. He has enough dollars, he will be fine. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It is the country of Florida. It is an exceptionally wealthy, very popular, pro-status quo white dude from the country of Florida. So the chances are not exactly stacked against them. That's why they need to remind domestic police force of some of his other identities so that they finally start caring. But I think it's a great jumping off point towards talking about our relationship to content in general, our relationship to the screen, our relationship to stuff that gets thrown at us on a daily basis on our timelines, including what I do, including what he does, including people that you like and respect and that educate you to an extent, but also people that are completely fucked in the head. The great doom scroll. The great intersection of alienation caused by late-stage capitalism and larger, bigger and bigger and more looming screen times that envelop more and more and more of our God-mandated grass-touching time.
We will all go together when we go. What a comforting fact that is to know. Universal bereavement.